it is quite possible that you have a whole bunch of data stored somewhere that you want to move into Google Cloud Storage. But the question is, how do you migrate your existing data? The data from AWS, Azure, or say a local machine. In this lecture, we will study the transfer service for data migration. Let's say you have some data that you want backed up. You are not going to access that data very often. Let's say you only want to access it a couple of times in a year. You would create a nearline pipeline. In this case, you would create a nearline bucket on the cloud in order to store this kind of data. You can do so using gsutil from command line. Simply specify that you want a nearline bucket when you use the mb command. So let's write down the command. This is the name of the bucket that I want to create. To view details on the bucket, its associated permissions, and its associated metadata, you can again use the gsutil list command on the bucket. The -l parameter gives us a detailed information about the bucket, and the -b parameter allows us to specify the bucket name instead of just listing down all the buckets that we have in our cloud storage. Notice that the storage class for this bucket is nearline and it's located in the US. As of now, this bucket is empty, so the ls command on this bucket will return nothing. Let's check it out. Now let's click on the transfer button. Click on the yes. By setting up a transfer via web console, you can transfer and backup data in this nearline bucket. So now let's click on create button. This web console will walk you through how you want your transfer setup. You can choose to transfer from Google Cloud Storage bucket, Amazon S3 bucket, Microsoft Azure Storage Container, and from object URLs. Whatever the source of your transfer, you must be able to read the data from it. In other words, you must have read access to the source. If you were transferring data from your local machine to cloud storage, I would suggest you to use gsutil. That's the fastest and the easiest way to perform this transfer. However, if you are transferring from an external entity such as S3 or Azure storage containers, you must use the transfer service. In the case of Amazon S3 bucket, you either need an access key or the bucket should be able to read the files from S3. For simplicity, in this example, we will transfer from one Google storage bucket to another. So now let's select the source bucket, click on browse option and select the coding hex bucket 2. This green check mark on the left highlights that it is a valid bucket. Now hit the continue button. Just like the source, now we need to specify a destination bucket. It is a bucket where you want your data to go. Again hit the browse button. Now let's select the nearline bucket. Here you can see that there are three different transfer options we have. The first option suggests that you can choose either to override your destination with the source objects even when the objects are exactly identical. In the second case, you can delete objects from source once they are transferred. You will do this when you want to save storage space. Finally, you will delete objects from the destination if there is no corresponding version in the source. This is when you want both buckets to be exactly identical. In our case, I am going to select the second option because I want to delete the objects from source once the transfer is done. Now hit the continue button. Now again you have a few options like how you want to set up this transfer. You can choose for it to be one-time transfer so that it will run only for this moment, or you can schedule it for daily basis and you can specify the time when you want to execute this operation again and again. Now let's give transfer a name in order to identify it. And now we are ready to go ahead and hit create button. Now this operation will pick up your source files and put them into destination bucket. The source objects will be deleted once the transfer is complete. As the transfer progresses, you can choose to pause it or even cancel it completely using these buttons on the screen. The file transfer column will show you the current status of your transfer. We can use gsutil to verify that our destination bucket now has all the files that we expected to. So let me write down the command. You can see that our nearline bucket now has all the images. Now let's visit the bucket on the web console and verify that the files have been transferred successfully. Now select the nearline bucket. Here you can see that we have both the images. Now let's move back to the previous bucket, that is bucket 2, from which we transferred the images. Here you can see that both the images are deleted from the source folder now. Hopefully you now know the answer to this question. If I were to perform a transfer from AWS or Rackspace, I would prefer the transfer service. If I want to perform a transfer from my local machine or from somewhere online to Google Cloud Storage, I would use gsutil. That's it from this video. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you. Thanks for watching.